up. Something like that. You know how it is. All right, look, I'll let you guys go off. Just put your audio off for now, and then as people come in, we'll hopefully get a full crowd and we can start on time. Hey, Sonny, good morning. Glad to see you there. How's it going? Toby?
James,
all
morning.
good?
All good.
Excellent.
Good morning.
Toby?
All
Hey,
good.
Toby. Yeah, good stuff. Yen, have you tried your camera and audio? Can you try it, please?
Yeah, sure. Hi, good morning, everyone.
Hey, Yen. Hey,
Hi.
you can see the share screen button, right? That's the most important thing for the day. The green button in the middle, or at the bottom, I should say, share screen.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah.
All right, so we're all good. That's the main thing. Okay, I'll let you go back off, put your audio back off, and I'll call you guys just after do an intro. Yeah?
Sure, thank you.
Perfect. Hey, Jonathan, good to see you there. Jonathan, can you test your audio, please? Or your audio and your video? Jonathan can't hear me. Hey, Jonathan.
Yes,
Jonathan,
yes,
can you hear me? Yeah,
I can hear you.
Okay, can you check your video? Check your camera, make sure it's working.
Yep. Yep.
Okay, all good. And you can also see share screen, right? You've got no problem with that?
Yes.
Okay, good to go. Excellent. I'll let you go back off and we'll just check in with everyone as they come through.
Okay. Okay.
Hi, good morning, LATOKEN. It's James. Can you check your audio and video, please?
Yes. Hi, James. Do you hear me?
Yeah, good. Yep.
Okay.
Looking good.
How are you?
All right. Yeah, excellent, excellent. So I'll be calling you out as we go through. I'll call all the startups in order and let you know. You got your deck ready, because you'll be doing your deck from your side, right? You'll be sharing your screen and presenting from your side. So get your deck ready. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Perfect. I'll let you go back offline and get that sorted out and be ready later on. Yeah. You can take your video and audio off now, later on, just for the time being.
Yes. I am checking.
Okay. Hello, Stefan. Good evening again.
Hi. Hi.
Looking good again. All good. Audio and video is working.
Yeah, I think so.
Yep. I'll let you just turn your audio off and we'll just wait.
Okay.
Hey, good morning, Huang. It's James.
Good morning.
You okay? Audio and visuals working? Your camera's on? You tested out to make sure?
Yeah, I got invited here to pitch later, so just checking if everything's okay.
All right. We'll be starting on time and then we'll call you in order to present.
All right.
Yeah, you'll be presenting it from your side, right? You'll be sharing screen. Yeah. Okay, good stuff.
All right.
Thanks. Hey, Leo, nice to have you on.
Morning, guys.
All good, looking good. Yep. Comms are working. Excellent. Your audio is working fine. Yep. Okay. All right, Leo. Excellent. So who else we got coming on? Peter. Peter, good evening.
Hello there, James. How are you?
Yeah, excellent, excellent. Your camera's okay, audio's okay, looks good.
Audio's okay, camera still working on it, so will be a moment.
No worries. Understood. Hi, Tuan. Good evening, or good morning, I should say. How are you going?
Ton is with me. He's also
Oh.
joining us, so.
Okay, that's good.
Hello. Good evening. Good morning.
Thanks, Tuan. Good morning, Peter. How are you? Peter H.
Hey, James, sorry, I was on the mute.
No worries. Just want to make sure you're okay. All good.
Kicks-
Working
Just
fine.
kickstarting the day.
How many coffees? Yes. Well, don't ask. Yeah, I'm on number 5. Been up since 5. That's good. We're just waiting for a few more, particularly in the startup stage. We haven't quite got a full house yet, and then we'll get going.
Good to see you all.
Yeah, getting older by the day. We're way short of judges this morning, so I hope people come online soon, but we're going to have to get going on time because I know people have got their commitments that they have to attend to. So it's one of those things. I chose an early morning slot thinking we'd be all fresh instead of an afternoon slot, but sometimes it works against you.
Time's not bad. It's just, everybody has something else to do as well, right? So maybe the problem. Well, it's quality, instead of quantity, right?
Yep, I think it's going to be a small, intimate gathering today. Sonny's now gone to the beach. Nice. That's the way. Get that cocktail out, even though it's 9 o'clock in the morning.
Morning.
That looks better than the waves at Sentosa Island. It definitely isn't Singapore.
Morning, everybody.
Morning.
Hey, Marina. Good morning.
Hi. Sorry, I was having some connection issues.
Aren't we all?
Yeah, it's tough working from home.
It is. Hey, welcome back. And I'm sure you've got a few things to let us know about, even though you won't have much time. But I mean, for everyone else on the panel, Marina presented a couple of months ago, and I know she's done a lot of stuff since then. I know she's made a lot of progress. So that's why I wanted her back on today. Just check your audio, Marina.
Okay. Can you,
Yep.
can you hear me okay?
Yep, all good.
Okay, perfect.
Okay, look, I think I'm going to get this one going. A few people haven't arrived, but we'll go with what we've got. And I'll just do a quick intro. What's going to happen is after I do an intro, I'll let the judges, take about a minute of their time and introduce themselves one by one. I'll call out the order as I see it. And then we'll get going with the first startup, which will be Marina. You're going to be number one because you're on the top of the list. So without further ado, I will do a quick introduction. Okay, so I'd like to welcome everyone to this very first Vietnam online pitches today. The event's part of the world's largest, if you like, as far as we can tell, startup pitching contest, where famous international VCs and business angels get a chance to meet and discuss with and talk with as many bright young startup companies we can find in different parts of the world. So my name is James Spurway, and my company, Indochina Consulting, along with a company called Startup Network, are the co-organizers of this event. I'd like to thank the event's global sponsors, who are Network.vc, along with Silicon Valley Syndicate Club and Startup Inc., for the continued support they give to all of our startups. And I'd especially like to thank the angel and VC investors who'll be the judges today. They've given up their time over and over again. Their support is invaluable. Without their feedback, the startups who present would be lacking in direction, especially when they're navigating this wonderful thing called their fundraising campaign. So again, thanks to everyone who's turned up this morning to be a judge. And of course, I'd like to thank our 11, not 10, we actually are running 11 startups today from Vietnam, the 11 founders who are online. Actually, I think I may have overcounted, so don't quote me on that. Could be 10, could be 11, but if they all turn up. Now, I've been doing business in Vietnam since 1990. Yeah, it shows. But I did my first investment in Vietnam in 1994. And from my perspective, at least, the Vietnamese people, besides being warm and open, they're some of the most hardworking, problem-solving people on the planet. So I guess it comes as no surprise that you've got, at least we know of two Vietnam startups. One's called VNPay and one's called VNG, who've already become unicorns. You've got unicorn status. And I think this is a sign of many more to come. So the format today, we'll do a 3-minute pitch for every startup, followed by 3 minutes of Q&A. And if, just between us, if the quality seems to be not so good, it could be at my end. I'm going to turn my camera off from time to time to try and conserve a bit of bandwidth. So you may hear me and not see me, but don't worry. The startup founders will be presenting in the order that they're registered in, and I'll let them know. The first one's going to be Marina. And judges, I would just ask you to confirm that you got your personal voting link. If you didn't, can you just check now, before we get into the pitching, that you can see the boxes on the event main page? You can see the boxes underneath each startup with a number 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. That's obviously the rating you'll give the startup pitches. Just make sure you can see that, because if you can't, I can always resend your judges voting link. Each one is a separate link. I want to get that done right before we start, so we can take some time out now if we need to, And after the pitching session is over, we'll just have a score for the first, we'll basically score, everything will be added up automatically, and the top 3 will be mentioned by name. After this is over, this introduction, I'll get you to do, the judges to do a 1-minute presentation of each other. And I'll kind of like run it off with the first couple of people, but we'll keep on just mentioning name after name. We'll just run through. So having said that, has everyone got that link? And can everyone see how they're going to vote, or where they vote if you're a judge? If
Yeah.
anyone had, yep.
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 Okay. I think, hang on, Peter, I'm just reading your message.
Yeah, just to read the bottom one. It's all good.
Ah, thanks, mate. Okay, so no judges haven't received their link, and everyone knows how to vote. Stefan, you're okay?
On my side, James, just to be sure how it works, is it a separate link or?
It would have been, so can you go onto the event page? Can you see, if you scroll down, can you see boxes underneath with numbers, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5? On the actual Unicorn Online Vietnam page.
Okay.
I think what I'll do, Stefan, is I will resend your link now.
Okay.
As it should go as an email to you, like literally in a matter of a second or two.
Okay.
It'll go to the email that you registered with, which is your FONS FTQ email, right? So I'm just going to click this.
Yeah.
Let's see. No, actually, that might not have worked. Just check if it didn't go through. I will.
Yeah.
You didn't see anything, right?
No.
Okay. Well, here, I'm going to drop it here in the chat to you. Just a minute. All right, so just put it into the chat window to you. Just click that link and you should come to the right page. Can you see it in the chat window?
Yeah. Is it called Livwell?
No, so if you click that link in the chat window that I just sent you, you come to the website for the event and then scroll down to the startups, and then you should see boxes on each startup with 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And once you've got that, we can kick off.
Okay, so you send it to my my mobile number?
Just check in the chat window here in Zoom.
Ah, okay.
I sent a chat directly to you. Have you
Okay,
seen it?
I got it. I got it.
Yep. Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. So thanks, Sunny. Yeah, I agree. Sunny just mentioned that's the open link. So let's kick off, judges, with a quick introduction of yourself. Peter H, do you mind starting the proceedings? Stefan, can you just
yeah.
take yourself off? Yeah. Okay, Peter.
Hey guys, looking forward to hear pitches. I'm Peter from Arteria Ventures out of Singapore. We're venture capital focusing on deep tech, medtech mostly. Have incubator in Luxembourg, in Singapore. Our venture partners are in Silicon Valley, Luxembourg, Hong Kong, Tel Aviv, and Singapore, obviously. And we're generally interested in early stage, pre-seed, seed, up to Series A most of the time. Size of a check depends on the opportunity. Looking forward to your pitches. Thank you.
Thanks, Peter. Next up, Gaio. Gaio, are you there?
Yes, I'm there. Hello.
G'day.
Hello, everybody. Do you hear me? Greetings from Belgrade. It's like 3 a.m. here in the morning, but I'm keen and ready to hear your pitches and to help and support as much as I can. So I'll be short. I'm a business consultant from Serbia. Generally, I work with the companies in various stages in the region of Eastern, Southeast, and Central Europe. Mostly I had experience working so far in buyer side and seller side advisory for the companies, and of course as an eager startup consultant, trying to help young entrepreneurs to develop their product and to make it sustainable on the market. So I'm looking forward to the pitches from the guys from Vietnam, and I'm really keen to learn more about their market and about the opportunity, as also the opportunity that could be translated from Vietnam to the region of the Eastern, Central, and Southeast Europe. So that will be all for now.
Thanks very much, sir. Sunny, do you mind going next?
Yeah, sure. Hi, everyone. Hi, James. Hi, participants and judges. Good morning. I'm here in Singapore today. So basically, I'm in quarantine. This is my last day of quarantine. I was traveling overseas. Just had to say, I'm not in Sentosa. I'm in a hotel room. Yes. So my name is Sunny Mohanty. I'm the regional director of LATOKEN, cryptocurrency exchange based here in Singapore. So I'm their head. So I'm very excited because I host VCTV, which is a venture capital TV, where I connect investors with startups almost every day, like, in my day job. So I'm very excited and looking forward to hear some more exciting pitches coming from startups, because this is something that I love doing as a moderator in my day job. So all the best, all of you, and look forward. Thank you.
Thanks, Sunny. Excellent. Hey, Toby, you want to jump in now?
Sure. Yeah, thanks. Excited to be here. I'm also based out of Singapore. I'm a director with Blockchain Founders Fund and ScaleX Ventures. We're an early stage tech investor focusing on blockchain, but also emerging tech on a global scale. And ticket sizes also depend, but never exceed 700K. So just excited to be here and looking forward to the pitches.
You're a modest man. Thanks, Toby. Amanda, glad to see you there. Do you mind jumping in and introducing yourself? Amanda Chen.
Yep. Hi, morning, everyone. Happy Monday. I'm Amanda from Singapore. I'm a venture architect at Raymaking. So we are a venture builder working with corporates to build startups, and also helping them to connect. So helping corporates to connect with the startup ecosystem, to run pilots, and also establish a commercial relationship. So I personally have launched about 4 ventures, and also look at tons and tons of startups. Looking forward to hearing your pitches today, and good luck, everyone.
Wonderful. Thank you so much. And Leo, do you mind jumping in now, please?
Morning, guys. I'm Leo from Access Ventures. I'm actually based in Vietnam at the moment, so very interested in seeing what the stocks here can present. Obviously, as a venture capital fund, our mandate is to invest in tech companies in the region, particularly Vietnam and Indonesia. So those would be the focus I'm looking at.
Excellent. Thanks very much, mate. Next we have, wow. Look, is Vincent, I can't see Vincent or Preeti there. If Vincent and Preeti there, you're next, and if not, Mark Janji. Mark, it looks like it's you. I can't see Vincent or Preeti at the moment. So do you mind popping in, Mark?
You got it. You got it. Hi, everybody. It's great to be here. Thanks, James, for organizing this. It's very exciting. So I'm Canadian. I spent the last 17 years in Vietnam. I'm actually back in Canada right now, but in Vietnam, I advised institutional investors on the acquisition of debt and equity in private and public companies. Basically, I held a number of roles as head of research, head of institutional sales, and doing investment banking. But the connecting thread across my career was to help foreign investors navigate the compelling investment opportunities that Vietnam has to offer. I was also an entrepreneur in residence for a startup accelerator called Visa, where I helped startup founders, get a 360 view of their business. I'm really excited to hear what the kind of startups we've got here today, and good luck to everybody. Thank you.
Perfect, Mark. Thanks very much. Stefan, could you jump on now, please?
Sure. Hi, guys. I'm Stefan from Canada. I've been doing investments since the early 2000s in different fields, different countries around the world. I now work for a pretty big private equity fund, about $17 billion fund in Canada. And since 2014, I've been focusing on IT companies, high tech, and VC investments. I have a personal connection with Vietnam, so I'm very interested to hear the pitches tonight. Thanks.
Thanks so much, Stefan. Peter W. Peter, are you there still? Yeah. Can you jump on, please?
I'm here. Can you guys hear me?
Yes.
Yep. I've been fighting with my webcam here, but I think it's working right now. Yep. Perfect. All right. But hey, guys, excited to be here. My name is Peter Weissig, and I'm a partner at New Course Ventures. New Course Ventures is a silicon-based fund. It's relatively new, actually. I just launched it back in April of this year. It's a $20 million fund, fairly agnostic when it comes to the stage and sector of the companies. We generally target anywhere between 100 to half a million, 100K to half a million, that is, in ticket size. And as far as the investment focus, most of our interest is in unconventional computing, industrial automation, and mobility. And I really wanted to learn a little bit more about the Vietnam ecosystem. That's why I'm joining you guys today. Very excited to see the pitches, and thank you.
Thanks very much, Peter. Okay, that's great. Thank you, judges, for that. I will now ask Marina to get herself ready. And when she's ready, she can kick off the proceedings. Just a quick introduction. As I said, Marina is from a company called Equointl and has presented before in Singapore. Marina, you ready to go?
Yeah, can you see my screen?
Can do. So,
okay. So you're able to see kind of like the orange background. Just want to double check.
Yes. Yep. Well, I'm pretty sure it may not be in presentation mode. I'm not sure, but we can see.
Let me just just give me 1 second. Let me just make sure this is working okay. You should be seeing it full screen right now. Okay, just let me know if it's like full screen, if it's moving.
I think it probably is full screen. Yeah, that's, I think, full screen. I think it should be okay.
Okay, awesome. So hi, everyone. My name is Marina. I think I've seen a lot of you previously. So just before I get started, a little bit of background on myself. I am originally from Canada. I moved to Vietnam about 2 years ago, and my previous experience was in launching brands and products for companies, including Unilever, Bacardi, and LG. So just jumping right into it, we know that 1 million people die each year, and 100,000 animals die each year from plastic pollution or plastic pollution related causes, and that 50% of all plastic produced is used only once. So these are the headlines we hear over and over again because we know plastic is a problem. Now there are sweeping government bans that are taking place across the globe in an attempt to slow down the double-digit growth of the single-use plastic straw and utensils categories. These are categories that have grown despite reusable alternatives such as metal, silicone, and those gross soggy paper straws that have been around for years. And that is where Equointl comes in. Equointl is a sustainable brand providing 100% plastic-free and compostable solutions to replace single-use plastics. We're starting off with drinking straws made out of materials including grass, rice, coconut, sugarcane, and coffee. The great thing about our products is that they decompose in months, not centuries. They're so easy to use, you don't have to change your lifestyle or your behavior. And our products help to promote a circular economy by diverting waste from landfills in order to produce them. In addition to that, we're doing something different by approaching the category differently and providing products that cater to different preferences to the category. So we're saying that even in the category as mundane as straws, you can still have choice. For example, if you want a straw that matches the color of your drink, or one that never gets soggy for your extra large iced coffee, or you want a straw that's edible that you can snack on mid-drink when you get hangry, we've got you covered. In addition to that, we are taking a different approach to the category and disrupting it by branding something that's typically commoditized. Similar to bottled water or tissue paper, we are bright, we're colorful, and we're quirky because we want people to pay attention to this category and pay attention to their choice in something, again, as mundane as a straw or a fork. In terms of our traction, to date, we have over $50,000 in terms of sales, and we have a 50% month-over-month growth on average since the beginning of the year. We've also received global coverage in media such as Forbes, Pop Sugar, Tastemade, and Yahoo Lifestyle, and most recently, an appearance and investment offer on Shark Tank Vietnam. We are also the very first Vietnam-based company to be admitted into and backed by Techstars.
15 seconds, Marina.
We've also won a number of different awards as well in the industry, including the SME 100 Fast Moving Companies in Asia Award. And finally, we also have a full suite of products that we're planning to launch to address the over $70 billion single-use plastic industry. If you'd like to partner with us or become an ally in helping us rid the world of single-use plastics, please feel free to contact me by scanning this QR code. Oops, there you go.
Excellent. All done? Perfect. All right, judges, I'll let Marina take her, unshare her screen. And judges, could you come back on, please? And who wants to go first with asking Marina some questions? We've got 2 minutes to 3 minutes, 2 minutes roughly for questions.
I can go. Hey, Marina, nice to see you again. Can you talk more about who's your customer? It's who you're targeting primarily. Is it a big food chains? Is it distributors? Is it individual restaurants? Who are you focusing on?
Yes, so we actually have what I would call a 2.5-pronged strategy. So we actually target our D2C customers. We launched D2C actually to Kickstarter first in May of last year. And we do that primarily not only to build up the brand and product awareness and product education, but we try to do something different from other manufacturers that have been in the field for a while. There have been manufacturers that have actually been doing this for about 20 plus years, but no one has ever heard of them or have really seen their product, and they've garnered less than 1% market share during that time. So we've done something different by going the D2C model to educate consumers on our product. And then our volume and our revenue actually comes from the B2C side from 2 areas. First off, there's from B2B customers who actually buy the products to use for themselves, like in restaurants or coffee shops. And then also to B2B customers that resell our products for us, like grocery stores, convenience stores, and eco-friendly shops.
Did you try any major food chains, franchises, McDonald's, Starbucks?
Yes, yeah, we've approached some of them, but including Starbucks here in Vietnam, but it does take a very long time to get through their entire procurement process.
Okay, thank you.
Thanks, Peter. Amanda, do you have any questions from last time? I know you were interested in April.
Yeah, sure. Marina, nice to meet you. I think for me, at least, I think it would be good for you to share your customer acquisition costs. How does that look like, and how does it stack up to your bottom line?
Yes. So right now, in terms of our customers, because we segment them into 2 different areas with the B2B and the B2C, on our B2C side, our customer acquisition cost is quite high, whereas on the B2B side, it's much lower. So on average right now, it is costing us about at least $400 per customer to acquire them. We know this is very high, but as of right now, because we are starting so early on, we know that that cost is going to be higher right now. As we start to scale and as we start to kind of have that go across different channels and disperse and obviously amplify our business as well, we expect that cost on average per customer to go down.
Okay, look, that's about it. We're out of time. Look, thank you, Marina. I'm sure there'll be more questions. Everyone can get in contact with Marina if they want the details. If they haven't got Marina's contact details, then contact me and I'll put you in touch. Judges, so thanks, Marina. You can unshare your screen. Judges, we will have about a half a minute to a minute to vote on that. And then the next startup that we'll be seeing after that will be Nikhil and Livwell. So Nikhil, if you can start thinking about getting yourself ready, I'll come back to you in about a minute. Okay, everyone ready to move on? Sorry, just checking chat. Anyone having a problem? Apologies? Yes. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, that's fine, Marina. Thank you very much for that. Right, Nikhil, are you okay to go?
Yeah, I'm good.
All right, off you go, mate.
Okay. Good morning, everyone. Just sharing my personal story about fitness and insurance. So it's been 6 years since I've actually lost 8 kilos, and I've done 18 marathons and different Ironmans. Significant reduction in my BMI. But interesting story that for last 5 years, my insurance premiums does not even reflect any bit of my health, my improvement in health, and the effort which I'm taking. And this is a story which I have seen it personally after leading insurance companies for the last 10 years in Vietnam and in Asia. And that's the problem which we're looking at solving, where your active health, your adoption of healthier habits, and how that can be rewarded, can be monetized, and can help you to get insurance which is relevant to your life stage and at the health where you are. So literally what we are saying is there is a way to monetize your health. And today, with the advent of wearable technology, the amount of data which has been collected is not being utilized to give you the rewards and benefits which you should be getting it. I mean, your airline, your hotel, your Grab provider, your supermarket provides you with incentives to keep spending more and more. But when it comes to your health, despite you putting in more kilometers, more miles, burning more calories, none of that is really getting monetized for the real world benefits and rewards. And the same issue happens to be on the insurance side as well, where you adopting your healthier habits or making improvements in your lifestyle, which today's world, post-COVID scenario, where everyone is looking at ways to be healthier, none of that is getting rewarded in terms of a better insurance premiums. And I have seen this myself because I've been in the insurance industry for the last 10 years, and I can say that there is a scope and a market where your steps, your calories, your active data can be utilized into purchasing an insurance product, which is reasonable, which is accessible, and which is a lot more meaningful in terms of the way it should be. We've seen this time and time again, and especially in the recent days, because of the COVID situation, whether it's the financial players like HSBC or it's an AI or Prudential, everyone is starting to get into this whole health space bandwagon. And we've seen this as an insurance companies, we've seen this, that the claims ratio is far lower for a healthier customer. And this is a better ecosystem to be in touch with the relevant customers. And especially in the current day and age, where people are aware of taking care of themselves, where people want to invest in their health, and that's the area where Livwell really operates. So what is Livwell? Livwell? Yeah, James, you saying something?
There's just 1 minute left. That's 2 minutes already. So
yeah, so Livwell is a micro-insurance and a wellness distributor, which basically is a wellness application that rewards you for adopting healthier habits. And as part of that, we are also able to provide you with simple insurance products like personal accident, medical and term insurance using your health data. What we aim to become is a digital insurance player in a market like Vietnam, where we believe there's a huge potential because the market is underpenetrated by 2%, and there is a huge urban population which we can look for. So what we have is an application which rewards you for adopting healthier habits, and as part of that, also helps you to access cheap insurance products as available through Livwell application, where you can purchase as well as claim through our application.
Okay.
Eventually, we want to become a digital life insurance company. We have already started our progress in Vietnam for the last 10 months. We have close to about 72,000 active users on our platform, with over 7,000 insurance customers in the last 3 months alone.
Okay,
so
Nikhil,
that's very
let's wrap it up.
Yeah.
Yep. All right. Thank you, mate. Thanks very much.
I have a question for Nikhil.
Sure.
It was great presentation, Nikhil, because you wrote it's based on the blockchain technology. That's correct? So because I'm in the crypto blockchain space, I see many health apps in the space. Do you have a token on that, on top of it as well?
No, we don't have a token. We have Livwell coins, which is a simple reward coins. Where we use blockchain is to record your wearable data onto a hyperledger, which allows all our health data to be recorded and to be accessible by reinsurance companies. So today, use case on blockchain is data and storage of that particular data.
How do you handle the data privacy issues then?
So therefore, we actually put it up on Hyperledger, because then all your vital stats of what's coming out from your wearable data is available on our Hyperledger fabric. And the reason why we put it on Hyperledger, because then as a reinsurer, you have the trust that the data coming from Livwell is tamper-proof. And therefore, you are able to take underwriting decision, because there is no chance of fraud in a scenario where a wearable data gets recorded onto a blockchain.
Okay.
Okay, thank you.
Excellent. Toby, you had a question?
Yeah, I just wanted to understand from an insurance perspective, since it is generally a very fragmented market with a lot of middlemen, are you connecting directly to the insurance companies, or are you connecting to the middleman, or how does that sort of dynamics work on the platform?
So Toby, today we are a direct-to-customer platform where we work with Allianz as our reinsurer. So Allianz takes the 100% of risk, and eventually we want to be getting into that space where we take 100% of the risk. But today, in our current state, we are not. So we act as a distributor for which we make commissions. Eventually, as a digital insurance provider, we would be in a better position to actually underwrite and take 100% of the risk on our portfolio, because these are simple micro insurance solutions.
Okay. Thank you, Toby. Thank you, Nikhil. Anyone else from the judges have questions, please? All right. Excellent. Can you just unshare your screen? Thanks very much, Nikhil.
Sure.
Okay, the next, just checking, the next startup that we'd like to see soon is Jane. Jane, are you there? And can you start to get ready, please?
Sure. Hi, everyone. I'm here, and then my apologies. Like, it's a little bit messy around, so I would be not showing my camera, but I will share with you my pitch deck right now, if you will.
Yep, that's right. Go ahead.
Okay. I hope you can all see it. I'm changing it to the phone screen.
Yeah, it looks good.
Okay, great. So good morning, everyone. My name is Jane, and I'm currently the VP of Graphenel JSC. So I will be presenting my team to talk to you about our startup today. So our business is Graphenel JSC. We are a graphene manufacturer based in Vietnam. So just a little bit about graphene world. So the material was first found in 2010 by two physicists in the UK, and ever since we discovered a lot of applications of material in various sectors like electronics, energy, composites, and sensors. And the market has become very competitive over the years, with its pricing has become increasingly low. And we are a team of 5 people. We are trying to cascade on that trend with our strength in nanotechnology and nanomaterials in general. We have created a very different way of producing graphene. After our years of research, and what we are trying to solve is the problem of environment and cost and quality of graphene on the market right now. So all the graphene, although despite of its amazing applications capability, they have high cost and quality issues all over the place, and the environmental issue. So what we are trying to do is we are trying to cut the cost, increase the quality, and help the environment with our pyrolysis process. And our difference should lie mainly in the input materials, where we use the extracts from recycled animal fat, the one that normally is used in cosmetics. And it makes our cost almost 10 times lower than others on the market. And our cost right now is just $0.1 US per gram. And we do not use chemical waste, harmful chemical waste to produce the graphene in our process, which makes the process more environmentally friendly. And with these, we have 4 feature products. They are all the product lines that are also produced by the leading players of the market. All the big names have these products, and we are benchmarking against them. So we have these products that they have, and with a similar quality. And our capacity can now be up to 1 ton per year for all of our lines. And we have 2 business models. So I was just saying that very quickly, we will sell to distributors or directly to our customers who want to do, research or try to see the applications. And the second model is that we will create our own graphene-based materials or products and commercialize them. And
30 seconds, Jane, thanks.
Yes, and we hopefully to start have revenue from this stream from this and in the next fiscal year. I will jump to the ecosystem. What we have done right now is we have created our own ecosystem with our distribution system and the partners who will do research on graphene with us. For the traction so far, total revenue to date is $60,000 US, and our net margin is 40 to 50%. And in this year, we have projected to have $200,000 US in our revenue stream, and we are calling 30,000 K for 20% to expand our line. And we want to exit with our IPO being IPO at the year of 2027.
Okay, perfect. Thanks so much, Jane. Thank you. Okay, excellent. Judges, who wants to jump in with the first question, please?
I have a question.
Yes.
This is Mark. Yeah, thanks, Jane. This is quite interesting. Is your technology patented?
Oh, so we filed it a patent application last year, and it's been approved, but the final license would be issued to us next year. So, so I can say patent pending, but mostly everything is done.
In which country?
In South Korea. So a little bit background on this. So we have a professor who is our advisor. He's based in South Korea, and so we have a very strong technology connections in South Korea. So that's why we applied for it in the country, so that we had a patent pending, good patent. But when we get that license, we would be protected in in a couple of Asia countries, not just in South Korea. So that's how we that's how we decided to go to South Korea to get our part, because it's they know the technology well, and we have very good base and communicate with them about our technologies and process.
Thank you, Jane.
So you
Peter, go ahead, Mark.
So you mentioned you have a 1 ton of capacity right now. Where are you? Do you have a factory, and what is the investment for specifically?
Yes. So actually, our capacity is more than that now. But we do have a factory based in Ho Chi Minh City. So it's in the high-tech industrial zone in District 9, Ho Chi Minh City. And we have a whole factory, all the line, all the machineries. And of course, the investment, 30% of them we want to expand our line. And if we have more machineries, we can tenfold our production by the end of the year. So because we have very stable production line right now, the only thing we need right now is more machineries to, to bring up our capacity.
Okay, thanks. Gaia, you have a question?
Yeah, hi, Jane. Well, I have just one small question, and it's in regards to sales and operations. Jelly, I'm interested, how do you plan to diversify your product portfolio compared to your competitors? And in which time span are you planning to do so?
Yes,
That's my question. Thank you.
Sure. So that's what I mentioned. So we, in the cooperation model, in the business model that I mentioned before, what we're doing is we, doing R&D on new graphene-based products. And once they're done, we will commercialize them. So for almost all the medium-sized graphene manufacturers like us in the world, they sell solely graphene, like materials in general. But we want to create graphene-based products and sell them. So that's how we are doing it. And we are hopefully to have the first product commercialized by next year, 2022. So that's when we will start, and we're doing it over the course of 5 years.
Okay, thanks, Jane.
Okay.
Peter, both Peters have a question, I think. So Peter,
yes.
Peter,
so I'll just.
yeah,
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, excellent. So just a couple quick questions from me. Firstly, you talk about 1 ton capacity, but how much have you manufactured to date?
To date, let me recalculate. So actually, for graphene nanoplatelet, so the one that I mentioned is the 1 ton. We produce it because we are going to export it soon. So we have over 1 ton already, because we have an order from our customer for around 1 ton per year. So that one we are doing it in the process, and we have another order, like we have some orders of them that can be up to some 100 kilograms. So I can estimate, like we actually produced a little bit more than 1 ton by my estimation from all the deal that we have actually, sent to our customers, including samples.
Got it. No, because, so the graphene space is fairly crowded, and, there's different ways to derive graphene.
Yep.
A lot of companies have been coming up with, environmentally friendly ways, utilizing biomass, for example, corn husks or rice husks for that matter. Typically what happens is when you do this stuff in a lab environment, relatively low quantity, it's high purity and then low cost, you could say. But then when you try to scale your operations and mass produce, unavoidable things happen. And that 1, quality goes down, and 2, unit economics also get skewed a little bit because, for example, you're doing this in vacuum, right? So vacuum seals, electricity, all those other things to maintain will ultimately make your costs skyrocket. I'm just curious whether you had done any actual analysis and projections on how you would scale this business.
Sure.
Guys, we've only got 3 minutes for Q&A. I want Peter H to have a question as well. Can you perhaps answer that question offline, please, James? So Peter, I'll get you in contact with him.
Sure, absolutely. I will do that.
Peter H.
No, it's okay. I think we're over time. Let's give other pitchers the chance. We'll take it offline.
Okay, appreciate that. Okay, judges, let's have a half a minute to a minute to vote. And the next startup that I'd like to see would be Medisetter, sorry, Aniban, if you can start getting ready.
Sure.
Okay, I think we're ready to go. Are you ready to go, Ivan?
I am. Can you see my screen, please?
Certainly can, yeah.
All right, brilliant. So I'll get started right away. So we are building Vietnam's first professional network digitally exclusively for doctors. This is primarily a continuing medical education and professional development platform for Vietnamese practitioners. The monetization strategy is really based on connecting pharmaceutical and medical device companies among a variety of other stakeholders to doctors. I'll explain later why. What have we achieved so far? We have about 20,000 total doctor and medical student users in Vietnam across a variety of digital platforms. We're still growing by about 10 to 15% month on month. Our estimates show that about 15% of all doctors in the country are currently within our network. We've also just commenced monetization by contracting with the first pharmaceutical blue chip client, and this was just this week. In terms of the problem we're trying to solve, without going into all each of the bullets, I mean, fundamentally, doctors everywhere in the world, and particularly in Vietnam, have a huge amount of pressure now on them to really stay updated on their clinical knowledge and practices. Medicine is very dynamic these days. You've got the emergence of new pathogens. COVID-19 is a classic case in point. But doctors have less and less time to do so because they're overworked, and there's an enormous amount of increase in chronic disease burdens in places like Vietnam, and the medical supply side has just not kept pace. On the other side, if you look at pharmaceutical and medical device companies, the competition is intense. They're too reliant on a face-to-face model using sales reps who go out there and meet doctors. And there's also regulatory concerns now of the unethical nexus between pharmaceutical sales reps and doctors, which means overall less access to doctors. And once again, the pandemic has shown the fact that pharma companies are over-reliant on face-to-face interactions. Conferences, seminars, physical access to doctors have been disrupted, and they've been completely left exposed. We've developed a solution essentially, which allows us to meet the pain points of the medical practitioners by giving them a one-stop shop for professional development, knowledge, and peer-to-peer networking. And our solution also helps the pharmaceutical and medical device firms by addressing their pain points, by providing them a digital alternative to doctor engagement, brand building, market research, etc. And also a platform for conducting and taking all these medical conferences and seminars online instead of having to rely on expensive offline events. This is a synopsis of where we sit in the value chain. On the left is us with medical practitioners and students in our community. On the right side is a group of stakeholders who want access to that community: pharma and medical device companies, overseas hospitals, and also domestic hospitals and clinics, which is primarily for recruitment, medical recruitment. Our community is multi-channel inherently. We're trying to provide a multi-channel approach to pharmaceutical marketing. We've got a total of 20,000 almost total users, of which 10,000 are unique, equivalent to about 15% of the entire doctor population in Vietnam.
30 seconds.
Yeah, we have a very active community. 60% of total users are active on a monthly basis. This is the kind of growth profile. The market size is big by our estimates. It's about 110 to 150 million, $160 million market, but we expect it to triple within the next 5 years. We have a diversified and large base of monetization opportunities. This is a little bit about what makes us special. We're exclusive. We have a high focus on quality content, and we're omni-channel. We've also just started monetizing through one client in the pharmaceutical industry. And I will just touch upon the team. It's well balanced with experience in different areas that are key success factors. We also have a medical advisory panel to bring in the domain expertise. If you want to get in touch with me, these are my contact details.
Perfect. Wonderful. Thanks very much, everyone. Okay, judges, who's going to ask the first question?
Hi, Anirban. Thanks for this pitch. I have a question around your revenue model on the doctor side.
Yep.
And also on the pharmaceutical side. So I understand that I think it looks like it's a subscription model for the doctors. But essentially, how do you ensure the continuous engagement of these doctors on the platform? Thanks.
Right. Good question. So actually, we started out not wanting to, we have no intention at this point of charging doctors. So actually for doctors, we don't charge them subscription. Our monetization entirely comes from the enterprise side, from the pharmaceutical clients. However, we do intend to phase in some revenue from the doctor side through two major things. One is access to premium content. So it's going to be a freemium solution where if you want some premium content or access to certain benefits, you'll have to pay a subscription fee. And the second is we intend to launch continuing medical education seminars, which allow us to charge. So we'll have ticket sales in partnership with medical associations. So those are going to be two strategies to start monetizing on the C side, if you will, right? But the primary monetization is on the business side. The second question, how do we help them stay engaged? It's really by virtue of the fact that we bring unparalleled content. We bring, there are network effects in this business inherently. The more doctors that join our platform, the more other doctors see the value in joining our platform. We've reached critical mass right now, and doctors we got a lot of organic recruitment because doctors learn from other doctors that we're a very valuable platform. There's also a lot of user-generated content. So the more users you have, the more content you have, and inherently you attract more users. So engagement is very high.
Hi, sorry, I missed your presentation, Anirban. Very quickly, which round are you raising?
We are raising a seed round at the moment.
All right, thank you.
You're welcome.
So, but why Vietnam? Why not global? Like, what prevents you from having a platform for doctors to sign from other countries? I mean, generally, pharma is interested in demographics as well. Representation from one Asian country is not really, representative, right?
Sure. So the simple reason is, I think that because this is a business with network dynamics, we believe that being the dominant player in one market gives us a huge advantage and builds a competitive moat. So it really comes down to resource. We can be a regional proposition, potentially a global proposition, but at the end of the day, we need to build depth in one market to really dominate. Why Vietnam specifically? Because I've been here for 10 years. I saw the opportunity both on the pharma side, and I had a lot of relationships in the medical fraternity, which allowed me to understand the pain points on the practitioner side. Also, Southeast Asia in general is one region where these doctor networks are conspicuously missing relative to other markets. And so I see a huge opportunity to dominate the market here before moving into other geographies. But we certainly aren't a Vietnam-only proposition. It's just a resource issue.
Thanks very much. Anyone else?
I would just ask one small question. Aside of the risks, I generally know the risk of the industry, but I would like you to give us more thorough information about the risk that could impact your business in the future after the seed stage. Could you give us more details about that?
Yeah, sure. Absolutely. So risk-wise, I think the biggest risk with anything in this sector is regulation. Obviously you have to look at the environment in Vietnam in terms of censorship and obviously this is the country's been pretty pragmatic, but at the end of the day, the fact is we are some sort of social network, if you will, and pharma and healthcare is a sensitive industry. So I think the biggest risk would be any future regulatory curbs. So we have to be careful in terms of what we can allow. We have to be careful in terms of getting the right licenses and regulatory approvals, and I would say that's the biggest risk. The second risk, I would say, is really pharmaceutical companies deciding to go on their own and developing their own digital channels. But I think that's not that easy because there's inherently a bias. And at the end of the day, what doctors want is neutrality. They don't want to be consuming content that they know is inherently biased. So there's a conflict of interest. But I would say that's a second risk, but perhaps not as much of a risk as the regulatory risks.
I would just add, what was my general question is, how do you plan to diversify that kind of a risk if you're in that situation?
Sorry, guys. Sorry, Guy. I'll let him answer that offline. We're well out of time on the Q&A, so we need to move on to the next startup. Thanks very much for asking questions.
Okay.
The next startup we're going to have is Wang. Wang, are you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Okay. I understand, judges, it doesn't take too long to vote, so let's just keep it going. I think we're okay to just move from one to the next. So I'm going to let Wang get his screen ready, share his screen, and then we'll kick off.
All right. Can you see me? See the screen? Oh,
Yep,
James,
it's all there.
All right. Okay. And I will just jump right into it. Hello, everyone. Great to have you here. My name is Huang, and I'm the co-founder of Vibeji, a booking platform for experiences. So the number one question I get at this point is usually, what are experiences? So you could think of it as like a kind of workshops, activities, events, but on the more interesting part, think of it of something that creates emotions, creates memories, and is only personal to you. For example, I can click. For example, you go on your special, unique dining experience, which is dining in the dark, or you go on a weekend trip with your friend where you not just drink the coffee, but you actually learn how to brew Vietnamese coffee and create latte art on your cappuccino. Or if you're more of a nightlife person, then you could also join this Mystic Night Show, which is a show full of magic and mythology. So our goal is to create a platform to connect experience seekers and passionate hosts. So not only do we want to enable and make experience more accessible to the Vietnamese people, but also we want to empower the young Vietnamese who have a special skill or talent and share this with others and so monetize their skills as a side job, for example. Our mission is to foster new views and drive personal growth through more accessible experiences. And our vision is to become the #1 destination for human-powered experiential learning and sharing in Asia. If we look at the landscape, we can see that there's a kind of a new normal. Even before COVID, we could see that up to 76% of people are more willing to spend their money on experiences than material things. So, and in the age of information with social media, where trends come really fast and spread over a world, we have buzzwords like today we heard like sustainability, we had cryptocurrency. So all these trends give opportunities to create new experiences, not just for individuals, but also for brands. as a, let's say, marketing tool. So, and if we look at the market in total, we couldn't really find a market that fits. The closest to get to the to estimate the market size is the event size, which is already big. And if we look at Vietnam specifically, we know that the younger generation are more keen to spend their money on leisure, on something they can experience, unmaterial things. And Vietnamese is a really young market with an average age of 32 years. Our business model is transaction based. So for every transaction that happens on our platform, we cut 20% commission. And the way we reach our customers is obviously as a platform. We run marketing and reach the customer direct, but also, and this is thanks to COVID actually, that we created another way, which is strategic B2B2C partnerships. So this is also a way we reach our customers completely free of charge.
30 seconds, mate.
Yep. Our product is neatly designed so it helps the customer to find what they want. So this is an example of our category for coffee and spirit skills. We also work with a lot of B2B partners who want to customize the experiences their members see. So this is one we created for WeWork for their launch here in Vietnam. And our platform is really simple. With an easy 3 steps, you can already book your next experience. Our advantage is that we are the first mover in Vietnam, especially because we are targeting the local market here. And we have, I would say, mastered the art of collaboration. So not only is it the host and the guest, but also venue partners and brands have a place on our platform. So with all that said, I would just thank you here and just say that, yeah, fill your life with experience instead of things, and so that you have stories to tell instead of stuff to show. Thank you.
Lovely. Thanks very much, mate. We've got 2 questions already. We've got Toby and Stefan. So Toby, go first, please.
Thank you. Thanks for the presentation. It was very interesting. I would just love to understand from the value proposition, right? How do you prevent that someone just connects offline with the person and takes it from there? Anything else the platform offers besides the booking situation? You know?
Yeah. So if you look at the customer journey, it's really how to find the experience you're looking for, how to pay it and process it, and then afterwards how to give a review. So for the host, we help it in terms of like, okay, they get the reviews, they have their the access there, and the way Vietnamese people or brands here, especially when they create something like this, like a workshop, even for 10 people only, they have to create a Facebook event, and then they go through the process of Google Docs for RSVP, and then it's transferred by bank transfer. So it's really, really complicated. So there's no real solution here for this. So that's the reason why people, if they want to actually look for something new, then they go to our platform. And experience, they have a thing that, okay, you don't want to have the same experience over and over again, unlike education. So if they want to find something new, they still come to our platform to book the next one.
Cool. Thanks.
Thanks, mate. Stefan, I think you have a question.
Yeah, just trying to understand a bit better. So these experiences already exist in the market, and you're basically an intermediary. Is that the way it works? And do you sort of once the giving the experience realize they're on your network, do they see a value added? Do you have a link with in terms of them maybe paying you revenues, or strictly from the person using it? Just trying to understand.
Yeah, so we started off, as you said, with experience which already existed in the market. But we quickly saw that there are way more people, passionate hosts, who can create something, but didn't know where to start. So we collaborate with them, we make it better, and we offer them new opportunities. So after the first COVID wave, we also ventured out to the B2B market. So it turns out that many experiences actually are great for team building, team education. So this is a really nice thing, because if we tell them, the host, okay, it's not only the B2C market, the customers you already have, but we also bring your experience to the corporates, then they are already hooked and they have more revenue ways to actually monetize what they are doing already.
Thank you.
Thanks. Anyone else, or can we wrap up the questions there?
Oh, just just ask one more question. As I have seen your profile, I would just be more interested about your finances in terms of an investment. If you receive an investment, how are you planning to spend it in the future, in the first couple of months, for example?
Yeah. So we like during this COVID wave, we changed our mindset a little bit. We try to act more like a real business rather than a startup. So we try to break even actually by the end of the year. We have a small team right now, and we manage a lot with this small team. So until then, we would only take the money if we, for purpose like, okay, we right now we don't have an app yet. We use a web app, so that would be one way to actually increase retention, and also to have a bit of like playground to gamify the experience, so that the booking itself can also be something that people want to spend time with. So make it more social, make it more engaging. So I think that would be the next big milestone for us. Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay. Okay. Thanks. We're out of time. Thanks very much, and our judges.
James, you are muted. I couldn't.
Hey, I have to do it at least once, otherwise it doesn't look like I'm gonna, not with it. So that's my one for today. Thanks for that presentation. Thanks for the questions. I'll let you go, unshare your screen, and I've got Yen coming up next. So Yen is ready, I think, almost ready. Thanks very much, mate. I can see it, Yen. It looks good.
All right, shall I start?
I'm ready when you are.
Okay. Hi, hello everyone. My name is Ying. I'm representing Credify today, and thanks for having me in Credify today in the pitch. So today I would like to talk to you about embedded finance and how our solution can help financial companies to connect and engage smartly with users. So as you know, it's actually very hard and expensive for a lot of financial companies around the world to acquire new clients, new users. It's actually very difficult for them to approach new clients because a lot of countries start to apply new rules about user privacy. So the statistics from the traditional channel are not always accurate anymore. So it results in the very high customer acquisition cost. So from what we understand in the developed market, it can cost up to $300 to acquire a new user for financial services. And in the user side, it's also bring them a lot of headache when they want to use different financial services, when they have to go through a lot of processes, a lot of onboarding paperwork, and a lot of login and password if you want to try different services. So at Credify, we believe that embedded finance is the future for financial companies to connect smartly with customers. And customers, they should be able to have access to the right financial services right at the point of need. That's why at Credify, we have built our technology and we have won several awards when we aim at the technology that help customers and financial companies to connect with each other at the right time in the right moment. So basically, Service X, we called it Service X, means that it's the service exchange platform that allows financial companies to connect with marketplaces who have a lot of users database. And through our dashboard platform, the financial institutions such as bank, insurance company, consumer lending companies to create cross-selling deals. So what they have to do is very simple. They can just go to our dashboard and select the criteria of the targeted users that they want to target. And they can create customized deals for each group of users. So after the deals are being approved by the marketplaces, then the deals will be pushed into the platform of the marketplaces, and the users right at the point of need, when they are interested in the deals, they can just simply click on the banner and create their e-passport. So e-passport is the bridge that Credify create to help them transfer their data and help them to onboard to the new financial services in a very simplest and easy way. And one point here is also that Credify doesn't have any visibility of the customer's data. So it means that we don't store any data of any customer, any user. And even if one day Credify gets hacked, there is no information that can be leaked in the market.
30 seconds, yeah.
Okay. So, so for the users, they can easily choose the services that they wanna access, and the more data that they share, the bigger deals that they can get. So one case is that we're helping insurance company to offer the insurance in an on-demand house cleaning platform. It's very easy to understand. When you go to the house cleaning platform and order the house cleaning service, you can have access to insurance that are necessary at the point of need. So you can buy insurance to protect your house, for any damages. Right now, we're also collaborating with a company that help us to make credit scoring that can help the financial institution to access and analyze, evaluate customers for the pre-approval process easier. Right now, we're working with two models, the SaaS and the white label. We're also having a lot of traction happening recently, as we started in May 2020 last year. We also have traction in different markets, such as Singapore, Japan. Our team, our founders, they are Japanese, so Makoto Tominaga and Shuji Nagao. They're both Japanese and they already have different successful exit in different startups before.
Okay, have to wrap it up.
Yeah, thank you very much. Basically, I just want to say that our team here is based in Vietnam. We have about 25 people. We already raised our seed round last year, and we're in the process of raising the next round very soon.
Perfect. Thank you so much, Ian. Judges, questions, please. Any questions? No one? To try and figure out maybe questions about the business model, monetization? Yen, I'll ask a quick question then. Can you just go back over the monetization? How are you making, you said it's a SaaS model, so what's your subscription model and what's the traction looking like?
Yeah, so I would like to go back a little bit about our module. So so right now we are working in two models, the SaaS and the white label. So we are basically building an ecosystem that connects marketplaces and financial services. So Credify would take a small cut for every successful transaction. So when the users successfully buy or onboard to a new financial service, then Credify would take a cut as a commission of that. So that's the current model for the SaaS. And the white label, we are also taking a one-off implementation fee and of course, other fee for maintenance.
Do you plan to increase your presence on the aforementioned markets? And after that, are you planning to have a growth on a global scale or just to expand it on a couple of bigger markets like US market, for example, or Canada?
Yeah, so one of the reasons why we started in Vietnam is that we believe in the development of Southeast Asia, and Vietnam is one of the most potential country right now. And also in terms of resources wise, it's actually very cost effective to put our team here. But obviously, in the long run, we would like to expand to other Southeast Asian countries. And also at the same time, we are going to, at the same time, we are already in Japan and going to other developed countries, but maybe in the next 2 or 3 years.
Thank you.
Okay, do we have any more questions?
Do you touch any of the data at any time in the process?
Yeah, so our vision is that we actually want to offer this solution for financial companies to acquire new users without having to expose any customers' data. So in the entire process, Credify doesn't have any visibility. and doesn't store any data of any users. That's actually one of our advantages when we communicate with financial services and marketplaces here, because they don't want to have any access to their users' data at any point.
Excellent. If there's no more questions, we'll wrap it up there. And thank Yen. Great presentation. And we have Tuan coming up next, I believe.
Very much.
Tuan, are you ready? Okay. Tuan, can you hear me? Just chatting, texting. Tuan does not seem to be there. He's online, but he's not answering. Okay. We've actually lost one of our startups, had an emergency. He's actually gone. But Tuan is there. I just can't seem to raise him.
It's Trung. Trung is, I'm from Access Ventures.
Okay. Sorry. Got you. Yeah. So guess what? We seem to have dropped one, and one has just decided to leave because he had an emergency. So judges, we are actually done. That is it of all the ones we're going to do today. We missed one, it looks like, and one has had to leave. So, okay, based on that, if anyone can hear me and they're supposed to present, I can't see your name here, but as far as I can tell, that's it. Tuan, you aren't presenting, right? Or you are presenting? Wow, this is difficult. Tuan, are you presenting?
No, not.
Sorry, pardon?
I'm not presenting now.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I thought. Okay, my bad. All right, judges, we that's it. That's all the presentations we're going to have. So we can take some time now to vote. Yeah, finish up voting on the ones we do have, and then I'll be able to announce.
So the 5 startups that are left to assess are generally not they will not attend this panel, or?
Defi Warrior, I can't see. I thought she was on earlier, but she's now not there. Lax at the end had an emergency. He just decided he had to go. I was looking for Tribi. They only registered yesterday, and I was hoping to have him on, but for some reason he hasn't attended. He's not there. And Graphene. Jonathan, where's Jonathan gone? Jonathan, you're there. Jonathan.
Yeah, sorry, hi. Yeah. Yes, I'm here.
I'm thinking.
No, that's okay.
I thought I saw you, then I couldn't see you. Okay, so you're definitely on. Jonathan, can you present?
Yes, I'll go ahead.
We can see it.
Oh, okay. Okay, so I am presenting quickly Graphene BSM. It's an intuitive business management platform. So, so it's a unified platform. It's an intuitive business platform that's ethical, responsible, going from employee management to e-commerce, while passing through a website editor and enterprise social network. So we wanted our platform to englobe as many different aspects and tools that could be necessary and useful for a business to be managed. So the company can manage their own business and their own strategies and elements. It's data orientated. So of course, each instance of the client has. So we're working in a PaaS SaaS model. The instances are secured. We don't read the data. Data is encrypted. There are at least 13 different layers in total of protection that we've put into place. Although the data is protected, we've still made it possible to use all of the GAFAM tools. You can still plug them in and use them if you've already got collaboration tools that you use hosted by Google, Microsoft, or any of the others. but we have created the system, the environment we've made to be centralized on open source and alternative solutions, so that of course in case of data breaches or data leaks and other data reads that could be performed by some of the big GAFAM companies and societies, that of course your data is protected, they don't have direct access to any of it. The tool itself, we wanted it to be as attractive and as interesting as possible. So we've created it as a platform. It's a multi-module platform. We wanted to simplify the use of settings settings within the platform. We've split them different modules up for different blocks, so that of course you can activate or deactivate different parts that you want to use or you don't want to use. Amongst the different modules, of course, we have a dedicated sales acquisition and automated prospection tool. There is, of course, behavior analysis. It's sort of the user behavior through basic, simple web analytics, of course, so that you can better target your clients and customers. And of course, as I said, the platform and inbuilt tools are meant to be as collaborative as possible. So of course, you can interact directly with your customers and clients as a company wants to sell products, but you can also collaborate with your accounting, an accounting team or sales directors or all other companies and associates that you may have on the platform, directly within the platform. So it's, of course, we grant them access, but it stays secured on your own dedicated servers. And we have left as much as possible from our central core open and accessible. So of course, if you want to personalize the platform and modify things that exist, you can, of course. So create, rather than having a basic default standard platform that is the only version you can have, you can personalize and adapt all the different pages, all the different elements and features and functions to fit within your own environment and your own needs.
About 30 seconds, Robert.
Okay. So, currently we're targeting mainly structures that are 1 to 10 people. At the moment, we've done most of our analysis in France. We've got most of our things in place. Our roadmap, the V1, we've almost finished. Our V2, which we want to finish within the next 9 months, of course, is adding all of the marketplace functions and features that could be required so that you can use the platform to sell directly onto the marketplaces. The notion of an on-site and backup system with included video surveillance for your buildings and your offices, and a gamification system and easy interface management. And with a V3, we split into 2 parts. The first part, of course, with geolocal data centers in each country that we want to set up into, and an interactive management or system of all of the tasks, so that, of course, you can interact directly in a fluid manner with all of the system that's in place. So thank you very much for having listened to me present this quickly and briefly, and to your contact details.
Perfect, Jonathan. Perfect. Thank you. Judges, questions, please.
Have you raised any money yet?
We are currently, at the moment, just been incubated for the French division by the Technical Grand Poitiers, and we are starting, of course, the processes for the fundraising parts and raising funds. Yes. So at the moment, no, we've been working and developing on the revenues that we've been generating.
Hi. How do you plan to scale your startup in the next 12 months or so?
So at the moment, we've got a small base we set up in the UK. The main company actually itself is at the moment structured and running in France. Setting up office here at the moment in Vietnam. That's being done, of course, and we, of course, to be able to do market analysis because we're very interested in the Asian market. And we need to, of course, then see exactly how, like we said, the marketplace integration, the different tools, the different environments that need to be added. And that is undergoing at the moment. So I hope that within the next month or 2 at the most. And then, of course, we're hoping if things all go well and run smoothly, then expansion within the rest of Europe and bit by bit throughout the rest of Asia.
Thank you for your answer.
What does the competitive landscape look like, or who could pivot immediately to kind of go in the same direction? That'd be interesting.
So, if I've understood your question, so there are alternative, well, there are tools and solutions that exist. I mean, the ERP CRM markets are already quite heavily used, and there's lots of different tools and systems available. What we have tried to do is, of course, so it's a bit different from the others is, of course, well, we are centralized on data protection. We do not touch any of our clients or users' data. It's all protected, encrypted. The only interaction we can have, if needs be, is extremely minimal and is only on client request. We don't go and we don't analyze or use it for statistical purposes or anything. We have combined, as most tools are separate. You have your drive tools, your collaborative tools, there's CRM, the ERPs, they're all split up. We've integrated most of these systems together as much as we can into one platform so that every single task or the data exchanges that need to be done, of course, are done fluidly and instantaneously because they can access the data that they need. And of course, yes, you can then automate and optimize as many tasks and elements that need to be done. And we've estimated currently that we have at least a 30% time-saving system in place. So of course, you end up being able to be 30% more productive in more time. The main thing is, yes, centralized and protected.
Thanks.
And well, and of course the customer stays the sole owner of their data. It belongs to them, no one else can use it.
Fantastic. Thank you.
Jonathan Vincent speaking. Hi.
Yes,
one quick question. Why Vietnam then? Companies incorporated in France. You guys have a subsidiaries in UK. Why Vietnam?
Well, Vietnam, of course, was originally, we were looking to see the Asian market itself. Thinking, well, since we're starting, might as well see what availabilities, opportunities are there. And after quick analysis, well, I said quick analysis, wasn't that quick, it took a bit of time, but after analyzing and looking, Vietnam offered what we saw as being the most interesting opportunities in terms of the market itself, but also resources and recruitment and, well, in general setup, and with easy access to the rest of Asia. And Vietnam has currently the highest technological development and growth rate in the world. And we wanted to take full advantage and benefit of all the opportunities that are available.
All right, thanks, mate.
Sorry, guys. I was offline. Are you there?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. Thanks very much. I think we've finished. Vincent, did you have a question? No. All right. Judges, that is it. I was just online with one startup who could not get through. Can't help them. It's too late. I sent it out 3 times. 2 have dropped out. That's going to be it. There's no more presenting today as far as I can tell. So let's go ahead and finish our final thoughts and put our numbers in. And then I can announce the top 3. Just give me a minute. So if you need more time, let me know. Otherwise, I'll start preparing the final assessment.
James, is there like a submit button, or is it just we just click on the scores and that's it?
Should be just on the scores, yep.
Okay, thanks.
I'm just going to check myself now how it looks. Okay. Bear with me. Okay, we have an announcement to make, and it is, drum roll, please. I wish I could build in a drum roll sound. I've got to find a drum roll audio gift next time. Anyway, drum roll, please. So we have, with an average score of 3.7 Credify, followed by equal tie for second with 3.5 with Equo and Graphenel JSC. And everyone else was in the low threes or high twos. So in order of preference, it looks like Credify #1 and equal second, meaning there's no third, Equo and Graphenel. That is the results for today's event. So a big round of applause to the ones who did turn up, as opposed to the ones who said they were going to turn up. Good, well done, guys. The judges, I'm going to try and. Judges, I'll definitely get in, make sure if you want to get in contact with the startups, if you don't have their details, please come back to me and I'll make sure that you are connected. And likewise, presenters, founders, if you can't get in contact with judges, let me know and I'll link you up. All I can say is, again, a big heartfelt thanks from me to you. These things are not easy to organize, as it turns out, and they don't always go to plan, but I do appreciate you hanging in there. And guess what? I'll be back for another one sometime soon. Thanks a lot. That's it for today. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.
Great, thanks. Thanks, James.
Thank
That
you,
was
James.
great.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thanks, everybody. Bye-bye.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Keep well, be safe. Bye for now. Bye.
Thank you. Be safe. We'll be in touch. Bye.
Okay, thanks. Bye now. Bye. Thanks, Hong. Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Thanks,
We'll be in
Aja.
touch. Bye. Thank you very much. Greetings from Belgrade.